Hey guys, welcome back. This is History of Digimon Digital Monsters Season 1, Episode 46 of my show, but this is about Episode 44. Now, as I stated with the previous video, this episode and the next one will have to be, this episode will have to be under 20 minutes, and the next one after it will have to be under 19. So, just bear with me as I get through it and stuff like that, guys. I just want to make sure you bear with me and stuff. I just need you to make sure you to get through it. Also, like I said with the previous video, and also just one last thing before I start talking. This is the last video I'll do where I'll explain what the Japanese dub version of the episode is called as well. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, continuing on, this is History of Digimon Digital Monsters Season 1, Episode 46 of my show, but this is about Episode 44. Now I'll start off by telling you what this episode is called in both the English and Japanese dubs. The Japanese dub version of this episode is called Yamato and the Forest of Delusion, and the English dub version of the episode is known as Trash Day. Now that's kind of appropriate. And the way it starts off with Ty and the others looking for Matt, and they're wondering where he went, and because he disappeared in the last episode. I didn't have time to explain that when I did the last video for this. I just thought I'd mention that. Oh, and one more thing. As I stated with the video, this episode and the next episode will be the only time Puppetmon will manage to damage the Digidestined. So what I'll put in the description for that is I'll put first of 2 episodes where Puppetmon manages to damage Digidestined, because when this episode ends, it carries over into the next one. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, what happens is they're looking for Matt, and they're wondering what happened to him, and maybe Puppetmon got him and stuff. And then Joe's saying that that's not what happened. And then it shows a flashback of Matt in the previous video. You see, at the end of the previous video, Matt walked off on his own into the forest. I just thought I'd get to that since I missed it. I didn't mention it because I was running out of time on the previous video to mention it. So I just thought I'd mention it now. Anyway, Ty is saying that it's one thing for him to be off on his own, but why has he been gone so long like this and stuff? And then Sora's reminding Ty that is it just her, or has Matt been acting a little strange lately? And then Izzy's saying that Matt has been acting a little high-strung, and that it shows a flashback to the previous episode. Basically, that episode, Matt didn't portray his crest that he had, because if you remember when I stated, in order to make the main characters Digimon Digivolve to the ultimate level, or in this case the Mega level, they have to portray the trait that matches the crest that they have, which in Matt's case is the crest of friendship. And lately, from this episode, like from the past 2 episodes up to this point, he hasn't been acting like much of a friend, really. I just had to get it out of the way. Anyway, then later on, Matt's in a forest with Gabumon, and Matt's asking Gabumon, does he ever feel like a fifth wheel? Because that's what he feels like sometimes. And basically, he's saying that all this time he thought he had a better purpose, like, to look after his little brother. But it turns out that when he thinks of what happened with the others in this place, it just changed them, and he's still stuck in the same place. And he said he just needs to be alone for a bit. And then later on, Puppetmon is looking at him in the distance. He's saying that he needs some place to be alone. Someone following his friends and closer to me. And then then this other Digimon that he's talking to is okay. Now this is gonna don't. You can probably put a funny comment in the comment box if you want, but um, you can probably put a funny comment in the comment box if you guys want, but I'll just explain to you who the Digimon that's talking to Puppetmon is. He's a cherry tree Digimon. He's called Cherrymon. Oh my god. And like I said, this episode and the next episode is the only time where Puppetmon manages to damage him because Puppetmon wants to take care of that on his own, but then Cherrymon comes up with an idea to. He tells Puppetmon to leave those others to him, but as for the one that's there, he'll have him running up a tree when he's through with them and stuff. And then basically what happens is after that, basically, like I said, Matt was telling Garbagemon that he doesn't feel like a fifth wheel because that's how he feels sometimes. And then, basically what happens is, because he thought all this time he's had some simple purpose, like to look after his little brother, and, basically what happens is, it's showing flashbacks of the previous episodes they did for this season, the first episode where TK was running and Matt was running and so on and so forth, and then basically what happens is it shows the scene with the last video that they did for the first time with TK's Digimon egg showing up, and then he's still Matt saying that he hasn't changed at all, and then Garbagemon saying to Matt that he may not see it, but he's changed a lot also, and then Matt is telling Garbagemon that don't joke about him like that. He's still stuck in the same place and stuff. And then later on, Cherrymon shows up, and then Cherrymon's character bio shows up, and then when when Cherrymon first shows up, he's talking to Matt. He's telling him, "Hi, have you never seen a talking tree?" And then Matt is basically saying like he's not seen many of them. And then when Cherrymon's character bio shows up, he's Garbagemon is saying that Cherrymon is the Lord of the Forest, and the very reason for the existence of like termites and stuff like that. Oh my god, that's funny. And then Garbagemon tries to fight him, and then Cherrymon stops him because he says that his fighting days are over, which is kind of a lie because he wants to trick man into believing he's his enemy. Oh, also, just for one last thing, I'll put in the description, this episode and the next episode I'll be talking about will be the only time Puppetmon manages to damage the Digidestined. I just thought I'd get that small part of the way since these two episodes are kind of, connected with each other and stuff. I just thought I'd get it out of the way. Anyway, continuing on, and then it goes to where Ty and the others are, and then Puppetmon shows up, and he's asking TK if he wants to play with him again, and then TK's saying that no, he doesn't want to play with him anymore, and he's not coming back to play with him ever again, and then Puppetmon is saying that TK is no fun anyway, and then he summons these other Digimon to show up. Now, they're basically pink little guys in trash cans. Now, I'll just explain to you who they're called. They're called Puppetmon. They're really a platoon of Digimon that work for Puppetmon. They're called the Garbagemons. Oh my god, Garbagemon, I mean, really, that's funny. Anyway, when they start running, and when one of the Garbagemon uses this little bazooka thing that he has to shoot this little pink turd stuff out of it, when they all start running, Mimi's the only one that doesn't run. She stands like firm. Now, this is kind of interesting because for most of the series up to this point, she was just a sniveling brat, kind of, really. So when she was stood up to those Garbagemons by grabbing one of those turds and throwing it, Oh man, I was surprised when she did that. I just thought I'd get again personal history with the show out of the way. Now, getting back into where Matt and Gabumon and Cherrymon were, well, before I do, Sora is telling Mimi that they gotta go, and then he's agreeing with Sora about that. She's saying that she must, and Mimi's also saying that she must be not. She touched that stuff, which is kind of funny. Oh my god. Anyway, getting back into where it was with Cherrymon, Cherrymon saying that he's still stuck in the same place as he always was, and then Matt saying that Cherrymon must have been spying on him, but then Cherrymon is basically saying that he doesn't need to spy because there's nothing that goes on in this forest that he doesn't know about, and then he's asking him if he wants to change. Matt saying that he wants to change, and Cherrymon saying is what Cherrymon's telling him is he sure that he wants to change because change doesn't happen on its own, and he says that he wants to change and stuff like that, and then he says that it'll help him. He said that first he's got to defeat his rival and stuff, and he's wondering who his rival is, and then Cherrymon is telling him that he has to look into the lake to see who his rival is and stuff. And basically what happens is Gamelon's telling him not to do it, but Matt's saying that it might seem bogus, but it's best if he just tries to take a look. And then this image of Ty shows up in the water, and then Matt is confused by that and stuff. And then basically what happens is it goes back to where it goes back to where Mimi is with the others, and they're still battling the Garbagemons. And then basically what happens is, after that, it goes to back where Matt and Gabumon are, and Matt is saying that he's got to defeat Ty and stuff, and then he starts laughing because he thinks it's a joke. He kind of insults Cherrymon a bit by saying, he's like, "Nice try, foliage, but you'll have to get it up. I didn't know to trick me like that." And then Cherrymon is saying that he had nothing to do with it because the lake he was looking at was the lake of truth, which reflects what's only in the person who's looking at his heart, like hence the name and stuff. And he's saying that, is that right? Then he's got news for him. It's off this time. And then basically what happens is Cherrymon is saying that the lake is never wrong and stuff, because basically Cherrymon is telling him that it's not in his heart of hearts anyway, and stuff like that. Anyway, Gabumon is reminding Matt that Ty's his friend, and then Matt says that Gabumon's right. Ty is his friend. He may not always act like it, but Ty is his friend, and you don't fight your friends. And then Cherrymon is saying that he doesn't even believe such a thing exists, like, not in his heart of hearts anyway, which is kind of really weird. In my personal opinion, it's weird. Anyway, he's saying that things like friendship, loyalty, kind of words, but that's all they are, is words like delusions and stuff. And then he's telling Matt that he must defeat Ty. It's either that or be stuck in his shadow forever. And then basically what happens after that, he's not saying that it's what a choice, what does he do for it? And then he's looking at his crest and he's saying that that's a laugh. Wouldn't you know it, that his crest had to be the one that he had to end up with, the crest of friendship. And Gabumon is saying that there's one thing Cherrymon's right about. He's got whatever he's gonna do it, and he'll be there to support him. And then Matt's wondering if he'll make the wrong choice, and then Gabumon is saying that whatever the choice is, he knows it'll be the right one Matt will make. And then he's reminding Matt that he does have a friend in Gabumon, and he doesn't want him to forget that and stuff. And then it goes to the scene where they're warp digivolving, and Gabumon warp digivolves to the ultimate level, and he digivolves to Metal Garurumon, and they run off to go to where Tai is just a fight, and then Cherrymon's like, he's saying that Matt fell for it like an overripe steak, but he's saying that he's still surprised at the bond between Gabumon and Matt. He took every trick that he had to undermine him. The Puppetmon's not careful, his game could be lost. And then while they're moving, Metal Garurumon is saying that he meant what he said. Cherrymon was wrong. Words like friendship, loyalty, they're more than just words and stuff. They're real, and he was gonna prove it to him. And basically what happens after that is they show up, and then later on it goes to where Puppetmon is, with Puppetmon and Cherrymon are, and Cherrymon saying that Matt will do their work for them and take out Metal Garurumon, and that Metal Garurumon and Wargreymon will fight each other in Mortal Kombat and destroy each other, like, with the two others out of the strongest Digimon out of the way, the others will fall like flies and stuff. And then Puppetmon goes off to fight them again, and then Cherrymon is reminding Puppetmon that the Digidestined are stronger than he suspects, and to underestimate them would be disastrous. And then Puppetmon's wondering what he means by that, and Cherrymon's basically telling him to just be careful because the Digidestined have something he doesn't. And then Puppetmon basically is telling Cherrymon that he has everything he needs to take care of him, and he destroys him. And he said that that kind of negative attitude brings him down. And then basically what happens after that is the kids are still fighting Puppetmon's Garbagemon platoon, but then Metal Garurumon shows up and manages to destroy the last one. But when Agumon tries to run to where he is, he's telling him Metal Garurumon shoots him, and he wants Agumon to warp Digivolve to Wargreymon, and tries telling Matt to call Metal Garurumon off, and he's saying that he won't, and then basically what happens is Ty's saying that Matt, surprised that Matt won't and stuff, and then basically what happens after that is Sora's wanting Ty to stop Metal Garurumon, but he says that he wishes he could, but there's only one person who can stop him, and that basically is where the episode stops. So if you guys like this video on YouTube, just please give it the real best you guys can, and I'll see you guys next time. Keep it digital, and also one more thing, like I stated, the next video after this will have to be under 19 minutes. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. And the next video after that, I'll kind of start laughing. I just thought I'd get that out of the way also. So until then, guys, keep it digital.